we're going to sew on these buttons and sew up that seam.
Okay, so now we're going to do some sewing. I have my favorite blunt sewing needle. I have a fairly long yarn tail, and I'm going to very carefully find a way to hide this yarn tail. So I'm going to go into the purl bump on the back side, going towards the center. I'm going to go through 4 of them. This is of course going to be naughty. Okay, and leave just that little tail. Stretch this out so it's not interfering. Now I'm going to go back through 3 of them, holding that last one. Okay, so now that is hidden. I will cut that after, and I am at the beginning of my work. I now have a long stitch. I'm going to go through it. That is my yarn tail. I'm going to hold it inside. Now I need to take a very good look, and I need to decide where I am. For me, I'm going to go on the in-between purl bumps. Okay. Now I'm going to flip this around. Another long one. Going to grab it, come through. I see where that goes over, comes underneath this one. I'm going to knit through it. Well, not knit through it, but sew through it. As you can see, my yarn tails are getting all tangled. Okay. I have to watch where my buttonhole is. Well, not buttonhole, but button is. Okay, I can do one more, and then I have to work on the button. Okay, so I'm flipping it around. I see that long stitch, coming through the long stitch. This long one here, I can now make it come to the outside. Okay. You're laying that flat. This one is underneath here, so this one is the one I want here. Okay. So you're always going to look for it. Try not to hit anything with your head. Okay, we're through. That yarn tail is now hidden inside. You are now at the button. Okay. You are still at the front. You can come back through your long stitch. Now you want to go through the left side. Leave that one, come back through this one, and now you are right above where that button is. Okay. We are now going to go through where that orange, where my contrast is. Come back through here. If we just literally flip it over, stick above. Okay, so here, that yarn tail is below, and we're coming through. I see you cannot see a darn thing I'm doing. Thought you could, but I guess not. Okay, so we are through. Putting this down. Okay, so we're on button number 1. This is my button. It is a 1-inch button. I'm now going on the other side of our yarn tail. So if the yarn tail is in those two, then it goes in the other one. Okay. Come back through above it, into the top, into the bottom, go to the side, come through, make sure you don't have any knots. Back through the side, and now you are ready to continue your knitting. 1 second, my needle fell out. Okay, so now we're going to go back through. And we are totally secure. We are not going tight. We're just leaving it loose. We're now going to work our way back to the edge. We're now in a long stitch. Trying to keep it in frame, but this is really hard when I can't see the camera. Long stitch. Loosening this up because it's got tight. Okay, so if it goes around that one, then the one you need is, see if we can find it here. So we already used that one, so the one we need is underneath this one, right? Take a good look. That one's in use, so you're going to use this one. Come back, find the long stitch, nice and loose, should be this one. Come back here. Remember, you're not wanting this tight, you just want it to be connected. You want to keep the stretch on this. Should be here. Goes around there. This one goes around there. So that would make this one my target. Of course, everything gets tangled. Roll it through, gentle, and pull. Through this one. Not sure what's getting caught where, but now I'm through my loop, which is not good. Can you see what I'm doing? I don't think you can. Okay. Keeping that loose. Got a little ways to go yet before we're at that next one. Make sure we haven't missed any. We're good. Through the long one. Pull it. Keep it organized. See where that one is. Use the one underneath. Of course, there's little orange threads in here now. I'm going to have to fix this. Okay, so here we go again. Orange threads on the outside. Looking for the long stitch. going on this side of the crossover. Okay, we're coming up to another button. Okay, just like before. Coming back through that long stitch, I think. Yeah. We're coming back underneath through the long stitch. All right. Flattening it out. Through one. Around the other. Oh. Okay. So now we're going to go, this one is on this horseshoe here. So we're going to go above it. You can see how it doesn't line up. Okay. We pull down. There we go. Okay, now we got it. Flipping it back over. Button. Make sure our buttons match. There are many different ways to sew on a button. This is just the way I'm doing it. Going under. Tapped it pretty good. Okay. Back through. Same hole. Back through. Same spot. Now I'm going to go over to the edge. And going towards the center. Making sure that I stay in the lines. and that keeps it steady. So I'm going to do the rest of these and then we'll come back. Okay, so I have finished my buttons. Now taking off the last of the orange things. And then we just pull on the other one. And there we have a double-sided button, which matches the patterning because it was all knit at the same time. Just very easily hid the stitches here, and we did the hiding of this one from the get-go when we did the collar. So that's a lot less fuss at the end because we just did it as we were doing the piece. So this is my method of doing this. You may have a different method, but this more than works for me. In the next video, we are going to finish up the sweater with side number 2, also known as the right side.
So the next video set will be the right front with the buttonholes.